Hi everyone, this is S. Kavyashri working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Neuroscience at School of Allied Health Science in Arpadavidi Institute of Technology. Today I am going to give a brief explanation on physiology of brain. As we all know, brain is one of the most important organ present in our body and it coordinates with daily body activities like maintaining our posture, memory, helps as a center for feelings and even emotions. Brain is covered by meninges. The meninges is divided into three layers: the dura mater, arachnoid mater, and the pia mater. The dura mater is the outer layer, whereas the middle arachnoid matter is a web-like structure which is filled with fluid that cushions the brain, and the inner pia mater is the delicate membrane. There are three parts of the brain. The outermost whole part is called as the cerebrum, whereas the small portion attached to the cerebrum is cerebellum, and the thin end part is the brainstem. The brainstem is further subdivided into midbrain, pons, and medulla oblongata. The cerebrum is composed of two cerebral hemispheres, which are covered by a layer of grey matter. The cerebral mantle has many folds called as gyri, and even grooves are present, which are called as sulci. The cerebral mantle is the cerebral cortex, under which white matter is also present. Altogether is called as the cerebral mantle. The most prominent fissure is the longitudinal fissure, which separates the cerebrum into the right and left hemisphere, and it also lies within the falx cerebri. The cerebrum is further subdivided into the left and right hemispheres, which are connected by a bridge of nerve fibers called as corpus callosum. The cerebrum is further divided into four lobes. The first lobe is the frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, and the temporal lobe. The frontal lobe is the area responsible for higher cognitive function. It includes problem solving spontaneously, memory and language, along with motivation. The second lobe is the parietal lobe. The parietal lobe plays a role in our sensation of touch, smell and taste. The parietal lobe is also called as Wernicke's area, which is responsible for matching written words with the sound of spoken speech. And the third lobe is the occipital lobe. The occipital lobe controls vision and recognition. And the fourth lobe is the temporal lobe. The temporal lobe plays an important role in emotion and is also responsible for smelling and tasting. The functions of cerebrum is that in case of motor function, it has control of voluntary movements, like in case of walking, running, and even when we are chewing. And these sensory functions are perceiving pain, temperature and touch. The second part of the brain is the cerebellum. The cerebellum is the second largest portion of the brain. It is located in the posterior part of the cerebrum, and there is a presence of transverse fissure which is present in the deep groove to separate the cerebrum from the cerebellum. And then the cerebellum is further subdivided into three lobes: the anterior, posterior and flocculonodular lobes, where they have three fissures. primary horizontal and posterolateral. And here this anterior lobe lies anterior to the primary fissure. The posterior lobe lies posterior to the horizontal fissure, and the flocculonodular lobe lies posterior to the posterolateral fissure. And then the functions of cerebellum is that it helps in coordinating voluntary body movement and posture. It also maintains balance. The third part is the brainstem. The brainstem extends caudally from the diencephalon and it continues as the spinal cord. The brainstem is further subdivided into three parts. They are the midbrain, pons and medulla oblongata. Superiorly it continues with the diencephalon, inferiorly with spinal cord, and it is separated by fourth ventricle between the posterior pons and medulla. The brainstem consists of midbrain, pons and medulla oblongata. The first part, midbrain, is present in the topmost of the brainstem and it is about 2.5 centimeters long or length. The midbrain's function is for relaying system which transports information necessary for vision and hearing. It also plays an important role in motor movement, pain and the sleep or wake cycle. There are two parts present in the midbrain. The first part is called as anterior or cerebral peduncles, whereas the second part is the tectum. In case of the first anterior part, it is further subdivided into tegmentum, substantia nigra and crus cerebri. Tegmentum is responsible for motor neurons which relays inhibitory signals, whereas substantia nigra is responsible for the movements present in our body, and the crus cerebri is for white matter function. Whereas the second part, which is also called as tectum, is further divided into superior colliculi and two inferior colliculi. The first two superior colliculi receive input from the retina and the visual cortex for participating in various visual reflexes, whereas the second two inferior colliculi receive auditory fibers and relays nucleus of the thalamus. The second part of the brainstem is the pons. Pons is the round brainstem region which is present between the midbrain and the medulla oblongata. The main function of the pons is to connect the cerebellum to the rest of the brain, and then also for modifying the respiratory output of the medulla. The final part of the brainstem is the medulla oblongata, which lies as in the lowermost part and continues from the superior portion of the spinal cord. This medulla oblongata is situated or starts from the foramen magnum and extends inferior to the pons. The medulla is responsible and plays an important role as control center for involuntary reflexes such as swallowing, sneezing, coughing, and even regulates respiratory activity. And thank you. With this ends the basic explanation of physiology of brain.